Hello and welcome yet another episode of Campus Connect, this time in Sri Aurobindo Institute here in New Delhi. Give yourselves a huge round of applause for joining in the audience today. Today, we will talk about the language that our politicians use. Our panelists today, please give a huge round of applause, starting from here. Ajit Sahi, senior journalist. Asifa Khan from the BJP. Jaiveer Shergill from the Congress Party. And completing our panel, Saurabh Bharadwaj, current MLA from the Aam Aadmi Party. Now that we've welcomed them, let's give them 30 seconds of opening slots each. Ajit Sahi, this particular election, the language has been, well, left us wanting. It's not the kind of standard that we want to see in our young democracy.
Oh, absolutely. I think the biggest problem with the democracy as we see it now these days is that there is absolutely no courtesy left anymore in politics. Just that just any that's a big lesson for more years.
Who agrees with Ajit Sahi that it's a retardation of our polity? Who agrees with him will say yes? Yes. That's quite a bit of support for you. I mean, 80% support you. Asifa Khan from the BJP, your party and some of your leaders, including your prime ministerial candidate, has come under some criticism for using the kind of language or rhetoric. How would you defend the charge that the BJP, when it comes to elections, tweaks its rhetoric to play to some particular vote banks? How would you respond?
To be very honest, I would never defend anybody, whether it is from my party or other party. Let us go beyond political points and political level, and irrespective of any party, if a language is derogatory or not appreciated in public domain, I think I would rebut everyone. And the reason behind this, I think, is that we do not have qualified politicians. I would want the youth of this country to have a course in future where they can really pursue politicians as a course and become qualified politicians. I think that will solve the problem.
Do you think it's a good idea, a course for becoming a politician? Do you think that's feasible? Yes. Yes? You think it's feasible? Okay, I'll come to you on that in just a bit. Let's go to the Congress Party right now. Jaiveer, your party and your leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, keeps telling us that the Congress Party is the party of values. We will not attack your opposition. But there are some members of your party as well who've embarrassed you.
Atar, you know, the face of Indian electorate has changed. From the traditional ardent Nukkad Sabha voter, we have graduated and maturing to a first-time voter. Women voters who want a specific return on their investment. If they look, I have gone and paid investment in terms of time, what is your rate of return? But we are a generation in a hurry. We want instant action plan. We want blunt solutions. We don't want to watch a Hindi drama going on slanderous remarks and mudslinging. The internal, holy, sacred question is, what is the alpha and omega of a particular party's existence? Do you go to a rally where Mr. Modi is addressing over 100 rallies and he's saying, I'll come with the magic wand, I will do this, this, this. Is he sharing enough information with you which empowers you to ask the right question? Is he telling you, okay, look, there are rural highways.
There is a scheme for what we are talking
about.
I think it's getting to a point.
Look, there is a safe delivery for women scheme. There is a National Skill Development Agency. Then you will ask the right questions.
But what about the language?
The language, Atar, I think it's merely a camouflage when a particular leader does not have a vision to share with you. He tries to deviate you from the attention.
What about your party? Jaiveer, your party people, your candidate from Saharanpur used language against Modi, saying he will chop Modi off if he comes to Uttar Pradesh. Is that acceptable against any party?
No, absolutely not.
Not acceptable.
Atar, absolutely not. As from the BJP spokesperson, absolutely not. But the point is, what are you saying? Okay, remove the language, remove the frills. You ask them right questions. You see their manifesto. Today, you have to see which party has a vision. Okay, if I am going and abusing BJP,
what has that got to do with the language?
Do I have a vision? Do I still have a vision? Will you only judge me on my language?
Okay, I understand what you're trying to say, but today we're discussing the kind of language all leaders use, be it the BJP, be it the Congress, or be it the Aam Aadmi Party. You, my friend, said when the Aam Aadmi Party came to power in Delhi, you were excited, am I right?
Yes, definitely.
What happened after 49 days?
49 days I was frustrated, I was bored, because they were using the same thing. Oh, 49 days, for 49 days we did this, 49 days we did that. I mean, man, come on, move after 49 days. The parties, more parties are coming. We have the BJP.
Who's heard of Kumar Vishwas of the Aam Aadmi Party? Hands, please. Do you think the kind of language he uses is acceptable, sometimes derogatory to women? It is said? No? Not acceptable at all? Saurabh Bharadwaj, you have leaders in your party that speak the language that this particular audience does not agree with.
I think when you are mentioning Kumar Vishwas, you are mentioning his days when he was a poet.
No, I'm mentioning his days as a politician, sir. I can give you specific references. When he talked about Smriti Irani day before yesterday, he mentioned words like "Koi Irani aa jaye, koi Pakistani aa jaye." What kind of language is that, sir? Is that him trying to be satirical? Because we don't find it funny. Do we?
No. I think it was a satire on his behalf. But if anybody got hurt after hearing it, I think we should be sorry as a party. And the kind of language we have been using in politics for a few days, I think it's a deliberate effort by most of the political parties, because today the election is being fought just on the basis of a hype, and parties deliberately don't want to discuss issues, don't want to discuss any agenda. They just want to do all hype and rhetoric and contest elections.
Ajit, is that true? When election season comes along, when poll season comes along, all parties basically is hamam mein sab nange ho jate hain.
Actually, you see, ideologically, there is hardly any difference between the three people standing to my left. What has happened is that, as Saurabh said rightly, there's so much hype, but there's a hype from his party as well, and everybody resembles everybody else. I mean, there was a time 30 years ago, 25 years ago, when you could clearly see one party has one ideological stance, the other party has another ideological stance. I'm talking about the 1980s. That is all gone out. Now everybody starts talking about, oh, I'm going to bring development, oh, I'm going to end corruption, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Now that is what happens is that you have to go beyond what you're offering, because it's all the same. Everybody is wearing a red t-shirt, they're all standing together. So people try and outspeak each other using terrible language. Everybody is guilty of that. Even Rahul Gandhi has said some things he shouldn't have, although I would say that he's been the more polished of the lot. Mr. Modi leaves a lot to be desired in the way he speaks. And of course, Aam Aadmi Party, it's open season. Nobody knows what they're saying. Even they speak first and think later.
60% of the question hour is lost. Why? People are abusing each other. Real issues are not being discussed. Manifesto, debates have all taken a backstage, and relevant facts have not come. You go to a rally, you're lost in the words, you're lost, you get entertained for 5 minutes, but you come back and, oh, wait a second, what was the vision for me in the future? Today, BJP does not have a manifesto. Is it a shortfall? No. Mr. Modi will get onto the stage, abuse and get into Congress bashing and all the relevant things. So they are first-time voters. You have to be cautious. What is bad language your USP, or a party with a vision and a concrete plan is the vote?
Javid, who thinks here that rallies, political rallies, especially in poll season, give you something to take home? What do you understand in rallies apart from rhetoric? Does anyone get any information from rallies and speeches at rallies? Yes, my friend, what's your name? Stand up, what's your name?
My name is Farush. I would just say that what we get from rallies is at least we got to get to know the people who are coming, for whom we need to vote. And I guess it's the only way through which the parties can communicate with the local people, that is the rallies. If they don't organize the rallies, how will they communicate with the people? How will they tell about their objectives and motives?
How will you convince politicians to tone down the bad language so that our politicians reflect that they are our leaders and not some random people? How can you, do you have suggestions for them?
I would just say that we should follow democracy.
Follow democracy. There's a thing called the Model Code of Conduct. Asif Khan, every politician, every political party tears it apart every day, day in and day out. At the most, what we do is the Election Commission looks into it. Because they don't have any statutory powers, nothing happens. Do you think your party follows the Model Code of Conduct?
That is very sad, because there are limited powers. At the most, there is a case file, and then a letter of apology is taken, and then the politicians are free. I think this shouldn't be the scene in front of the nation, which is world's largest democracy. What I would like to say, Mr. Sahi, I'm sorry, that all the three people standing here are the same. I don't agree with that. And somebody made a remark that Mr. Modi does use a language. To be very specific, Mr. Modi has used the word Mia Musharraf, and then he has used Madam Sonia. The moment he says Madam in his sarcastic style, I think the crowd gets the signal and that it is not derogatory. He definitely uses
Kejriwal
a
a
sarcastic
Pakistani
language,
agent? Is that okay?
which
Asif Khan?
is acceptable.
Is calling someone
Not
a
even
Pakistani
Shahzada.
agent?
I mean, that is ridiculous.
Is
The man
calling
has won
someone a
election.
Pakistani agent acceptable if tomorrow, because of whatever reason, I'm called a Pakistani agent just because I disagree with a particular line? Do you think that's fair?
It's a matter of prolonged debate when we talk about AK-49. If you look into the entire past of Mr. Kejriwal, what was he doing in Mizoram and Manipur in the northeast for so many years? Will AAP tell me what were they doing for so many years? They have no answer on that.
Defending the Pakistan agent comment.
No, I'm not defending. Why should I defend the Pakistani? Modi ji is there to show patriotism. He is worried about our soldiers being beheaded and he wants to speak. If the funding is coming from a nation which is not in good terms with India, I think we need to make a comment. If that funding turns into political mileage.
Asifa, one very quick rebuttal from Saurabh. Then I'll take the question from my
just explain me, two things, One thing Modi said that ये लोग हैं, हम 5, हमारे 25. First thing. दूसरा, Modi ji just a few days back said that these people are working for a pink revolution, जहाँ गायों को काटा जाता है. Can you explain why did Modi utter such things and what does he mean by all this?
I really pity it. It's so pathetic that you people want to stick to 2002
but this is
for as long.
Will you allow that?
Will you allow me? Will you allow me? If you're done with your question, please allow me. It's so pathetic that even after 10 years, and the Supreme Court of this country rigorously investigating
No, that's a lie. Supreme Court is not investigating.
Appointed SIT. Don't twist facts. Don't twist facts. Supreme Court appointed SIT. Appointed SIT, Asif Khan. This is the rhetoric I'm talking about. This is the rhetoric I'm talking about.
You are defaming the Supreme Court of this country. SIT is not formed by BJP. It is not formed by the Congress. It is formed by the
exonerated Modi. The Supreme Court has not even spoken about it.
Okay.
It is a
judges are appointed by the Supreme Court. The officers are appointed by approval of the Supreme Court.
But that does not mean the Supreme Court has given a clean sheet.
By the Supreme Court, you cannot deny that.
The Supreme Court has no role to play in that writing of that report and the acceptance of it.
The Teachas of this world and the Shabdam Hazmis of the world and the Congress of this world were very happy when the SIT was formed.
I am not Congress.
My friend has a question.
They said we will get justice now because the SIT officers and the judges were of their choice, not of Mr. Modi's choice.
We have to stop now. We can come back to both of you.
I am sorry, you are not accepting facts.
I'll come to you. You get your chance. Ajit Sai, I'll come to you as well. I'll come to you as
I'm
well.
not.
My friend has a question.
in the public
Panelists,
domain.
please, question.
Good afternoon. My name is Nalin Mhendru. I am from Jims Basant Kunj. मोदी जी कहते हैं कि वो कांग्रेस ए टीम है, आप पार्टी बी टीम है, जबकि मोदी जी ने खुद येदियुरप्पा, बाबूराव भगोरिया, जिनके अगेंस्ट रेपिस्ट के केस, बड़े बड़े स्कैम्स के केस चल रहे हैं, मोदी जी कहते हैं हम जातिवाद नहीं करेंगे. मोदी जी ने और मोदी जी को
अरे मुतल्लिक को बैंगलोर में उठा लाए. साबिर अली.
Okay, one second. Let him finish, Ajit.
लोगों को लगता है कि मोदी जी है बीजेपी में तो बीजेपी सही है. क्या आपको लगता है कि बलात्कारी के हाथ में, एक बड़े स्कैम करने के वाले के हाथ में आपकी सरकार सुरक्षित रहेगी?
Mr. Mahindra, I'd like to add something. This is not just the BJP's problem. It's also the problem of every other political party in the country. Yes or no?
Yes. I think except Aam Aadmi Party for the moment. They're very new. Well, it is true. Actually, the fact is, the existence of criminal elements in political parties is so complete. I mean, I can tell you, if you look at the BJP, even in Gujarat, if you look at Babulal Bukharia, it's a stunning case. It's an open and shut case. All the BJP walas say that, oh, his conviction has been stayed by the High Court, which is a lie. His conviction has been stayed by a district judge.
Correct your facts.
Let me, madam.
Read Supreme Court's order today.
I'll come to you after this.
One second.
Let him finish. I'll come to you after this.
Let me finish. The fact is that politicians inside Gujarat, whether they are from the BJP or from the Congress, and I don't hold a brief for the Congress, I can tell you, Arjun Modvadia, who is the Congress party chief in Gujarat, he is a construction magnate there. He gets almost 800 crore rupees worth of business from the Modi government. They are, they make fools of all of us, pretending to be different from each other. They are actually one. I can tell you about politicians, Congress and BJP politicians in every state, in Maharashtra, in UP, in Bihar. I am a journalist. I travel everywhere. They are all one and they are all together behind the scenes. The problem is that the politics of India has been taken over by criminals. It has been taken over by the mafia. It has been taken over by all the wrong sort of people. And there
who agrees with Ajit Shahi? Who agrees? People who agree will say yes.
Rahul Gandhi leads and
who agrees that there should be no criminals in our polity, no matter what party? Yes. Who wants an answer from Asifa, Jaiveer and AAP, because they're the politicians here, starting from the Aam Aadmi Party? I'll end at you, Asifa. No criminals in politics, no such language, offensive language. The AAP is also guilty of some.
We are guilty of some offensive language, and I am very sorry for that. But we have been very clear about the fact that we will not give.
Is there an apology from the Aam Aadmi Party, or is there an apology from Saurabh Bharadwaj?
It's an apology from Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, so the Aam Aadmi Party is apologizing. I think that we should give a huge round of applause for apologizing. For being direct.
We are very clear about this thing, that we will not give tickets to anybody who has a criminal record, anybody who has a corruption charges. Even if there is a perception that that person is a criminal, we have taken back tickets even in Delhi elections few days before the elections.
Okay, Jaiveer.
You know, ours is one party, and especially Shri Rahul Gandhi. Whenever such a comment comes open, he's the first one to jump at it and condemn it. So rest assured, we totally condemn it. Secondly, you know,
criminals in your party?
No,
criminal background?
No, Atark, I'm coming to that. Criminal. Who is a criminal? What finds a criminal? And I speak. Let me complete, sir.
Okay, tainted.
Okay, one second. The Indian Penal Code has a very bold black letter word written: innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
In our enthusiasm, do we want to change the definition? Innocent until an allegation put. If I'm walking on the street, somebody said you are a rapist. Is that allegation enough for barring me to stop contesting elections?
This is not a legal court. This is the people's court.
One second. We in enthusiasm.
We are the people's court.
Mr. Shahi, let me complete. We in enthusiasm, we in over eagerness, we should be aware of the